downwards pickslanting is a picking style used by so many of our heroes, like Eric Johnson, Zakk Wylde, YOLO MOMJEANS, and more. And it's really all thanks to the angle and trajectory of the picking that they use. It gives them a certain set of superpowers that work really well at high speeds, namely these. First off, you've got the ability to change strings easily after an even-numbered set of notes, like 6. Do you see how that 6-note burst right there left my upstroke escaping from the face of the guitar and away from the strings? That means it's going to be really easy to crash down on the next string in either direction. This angle of the pick also makes it really comfortable to do consecutive downstrokes when ascending through scale patterns. In the past, I've likened this to having a paintbrush that's always angled like this. It's going to go down the wall with ease. Can you see how those consecutive downstrokes made it a breeze to navigate that 3-note per string section? It can become a really powerful shred strategy, but only if you know what to use, what to avoid, and start building those mechanics into your playing so that they start happening naturally. After my recent Zakk Wylde Miracle Man video where I mentioned downward pickslanting, I've been flooded with DMs, carrier pigeon messages, telepathic contacts, and smoke signals asking for the ultimate workout to help practice all those essential downward pickslanting techniques. Here's what I came up with, and today I'm gonna learn you about it. Hey there kids, it's your good buddy Uncle Ben, and welcome to the brand newest installment of Weekend Wank Shop. After I came across Troy Grady's amazing Cracking the Code series right here on YouTube, I learned that I have been a lifelong downwards pickslanter. And Troy showed me some of the stuff about why certain things I did came easily and why other things I did just never worked, no matter how hard I practiced them. After I started to internalize some of those downward pickslanting essentials, the even numbers of notes per string, the consecutive downstroke thing, it really started to make all this stuff gel for me and give me a list of things that I could play into, as well as another list of potholes I should avoid. This workout's gonna help you get way more better at all these essentials and start shredding like a beast in no time, and you're gonna get even more out of it if you check out the extended ad-free cut that's only available on my Patreon page at patreon.com/Ben Eller Guitars. Sign up today even for just $1 a month. It's gonna get you access to that as well as the guitar profiles, practice tracks, downloadable tabs, and all the goodies to go along with this video. It's also going to get you access to like hundreds of other posts, even for just $1 a month. So don't delay, sign up today over at patreon.com/Ben Eller Guitars. I'll see you there. For today's video, I'm going to be playing one of the most beautiful and awesome instruments I've ever held in my mitts. This is my Schecter Keith Merrow USA custom shop guitar. I've got that going into the MXR super badass modified Overdrive and the Marshall JCM800 Synergy module. You know what time it is. Let's get into it. All right, man, first things first, let's do that thing again at stepdad speed. Okay, so this is based on our 3-note per string A minor scale pattern. The high class circles call that the Aeolian mode, but if you're just an average blue collar guy like your Uncle Ben, you call that the Manasian mode. This is why people watch my videos. Starting off from your low E string, play up those 3 notes of the A minor scale 2 times in a row, starting off with a downstroke. That's an even number of notes, which means we're going to be escaping on an upstroke, which is one of our Downers Pickslanting superpowers. Just like that. Your pick should be getting some air time above the strings when you finish that sequence. After this, we're going to play up the A string right here, starting off with our downstroke. So that was down, up, down, right? The next thing that we're going to do is to continue that downstroke out onto the next note of the scale. So those kind of feel like 4 notes that are all kind of running into each other right there. You'll notice that's going down, up, down, down. There's that double downstroke, our other Downers Pickslanting superpower. To help you get that double downstroke thing down more better, here's what I want you to do. Off of that last downstroke you played on the A string, I want you to use the pick and kind of crash it into the D string right there. I call this pick parking. What you'll want to do to make this work is just to push the pick through and use the D string to stop its momentum. Do you see that right there? Classical guitar players will call that a rest stroke. And then you just basically continue pushing it through for the next note of the lick. At higher speeds, that pick parking thing will kind of vanish and it'll just feel seamless. But I think doing it that way very deliberately, using that next string to stop the momentum, is a great way to ingrain what that's supposed to feel like. And you can get a lot of power out of it too. I recommend practicing just that sequence for a little while, making sure that you're getting all those pick motions and stuff down just right. Next, we're going to play the exact same idea, but starting from the A string portion of the scale. So we're going to play up those notes 2 times. And then go into the D string here, we're just going to play straight through the next 4 notes using that double downstroke. Now we're going to go to the D string section, play up that 2 times in a row, and then creep up the next 4 using the double downstroke. And lastly, here for the ascending section, start off on the G string and play the same idea. As you practice this along with your metronome, or even better, the practice tracks that are available on the Patreon page, be sure to be very mindful of those little stops that are in between these bursts of notes. I did this in speed bursts very deliberately. That way you can make sure that you're landing all the technical stuff that you think you're landing. If this was just all a marathon and it was just like straight 16th note triplets, it's really easy to get lost in there, that so many notes going by and your brain is just running nonstop. It's really easy to trick yourself into thinking that you're doing the, escaping upstroke and the double downstroke transitions and all that jazz, when in reality your brain's just being flooded with too much information. But by breaking this exercise into short little speed bursts like that, it makes it a whole lot easier to digest the information and practice these technical essentials. Now we're up to the descending portion of the lick. Start off here on your high E string on the D note, and we're going to play down those notes 2 times in a row for a total of 6 notes. It's going to give us that strong escaping upstroke again. Now, when we get right here, we're going to play down the B string, which leaves us ending on a downstroke. Now, here is a weakness of Downers Pickslanting and where we can learn to work around it. Because this stuff isn't just about knowing what to play. It's also learning how to play around the stuff that you can't really do with this picking technique. You can't do it all, but you can strategize your way around it. Okay, here's the deal, guys. Whenever I'm going down the string, sorry, I had to think about that for way too long. Whenever I'm descending through a scale pattern, changing strings off of a downstroke is not really an option. I can go from a lower string to a higher string off of a double downstroke like we did on the way ascending, but descending, like if I'm going from here to here, down, up, down, I'm kind of screwed because I'm caught in between the strings, right? This is where a lot of Downers Pickslanting players will use a strategy that I've heard Troy call forcing an upstroke. This is basically going to be stopping the picking on the last upstroke and using a hammer-on or a pull-off to facilitate the string change. So in other words, when I play down the B string right here, I'm not actually going to pick all 3 notes. I'm not going to go down, up, down. I've got to be here next, And a downstroke would have me trapped in between the strings, and I can't really do that if I'm devoted to this picking style. So what we're going to do instead is to play around it. Go down, up, pull off. Then that leaves you free to crash down on that downstroke on the G string. Watch it from this angle right here. See, again, if I did down, up, down, I would really have to like contort my wrist here to get in and out of the strings. That's super unreliable at high speeds. I wouldn't trust that for a minute. Instead, just don't pick the last note. So now we're going to have this phrase. You'll notice after that upstroke, just kind of let it hang there over the G string. That way I'm ready to crash down on it whenever the time comes. I'm not like freezing like a deer in the headlights, keeping the pick really close to the B string like this, because then I'm a mile away from my next note. Just go ahead and fling that thing out. Let it get above the string you're going to next. Play the same idea starting off from the B string right here. I want to point out here too, there's another strategy that you could use. Instead of going down, up, pull, you could do this Uli style, Uli John Ross from the Scorpions, you know, and you could go down, pull, up. That's still forcing you to end on an upstroke, which is what you want whenever we are descending through the strings. Either way, it'll work. Just make sure you're always ending with that upstroke. Next, start off with a G, the D, You could do the same phrasing concept with any other 3-note per string scale and get the same results. I recommend doing that too so you can work out the different left-hand combinations and all that jazz. So take it through your major scale, your Phrygian scale, your fish scales, whatever it is that you're doing. You could even just do this with a plain 3-note chromatic workout if you really want to focus on the picking only, like this. One mistake that I see people make with downwards pick slanting is they really pull their hand on and off of the strings like this. I have people ask, like, how do I maintain consistent palm muting whenever I am downwards pick slanting? Really make a deliberate effort to mash your hand into those strings. Keep it glued to the bridge of the guitar. You'll notice that I can do really extreme downwards pick slanting where it's like really visible and still have that hand just glued into the strings. Don't be worried to put a little pressure on there. That's okay, especially if your hand is nice and far back close to the bridge like that. It's okay to get some pressure on those strings and make sure you maintain good contact. I should always feel the karate chop portion of my hand touching the strings. Don't ever let it come on and off. You can see right there, that angle is really extreme, more than you'd ever really need for downwards pick slanting. I'm still maintaining contact with the strings back here. Just don't be afraid to get in there and mash on it. Practice all these downwards pick slanting essentials and you're gonna be the next Yin Yang Valvoline in no time. So there you go, guys, a superior shred workout to make you into a downwards pick slanting boss in no time flat. It's going to get you introduced to all those essentials that you need to understand about downwards pick slanting. What should you do? Big even numbers. Change strings off of upstrokes in either direction. What else should you do? Double downstrokes to change strings when you're ascending. Whenever you're descending, you can do big even numbers or force an upstroke by not picking the last note on the string if it's gonna be a downstroke. So think of it this way, if it's even numbers, you can alternate pick your way down the strings, no problem. If it's an odd number, 3, 5, 7, whatever, then just don't pick the last one. You're still forcing it to be an even number of pick strokes, right? If I have 5 notes on a string, but I only pick 4 of them, it's still an even number to the right hand. All this stuff really runs off of even numbers for the downwards pick slanting thing to work properly. So think about that stuff. This exercise is gonna help you integrate those techniques and make them a natural part of your playing style, especially if you snag the downloadable guitar profile, practice tracks, tabs, and all the other practice essentials over on my Patreon page at patreon.com/Ben Eller Guitars. It's a cult of shred over there, and I can't wait for you to join, even for just $1 a month. It's going to get you access to so much stuff, you're not even going to believe it. It's going to make you want to leave the one you're with, find a new relationship. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications every time I upload a new slice of fried gold. And as you go through your week, keep a good thought and be good to each other out there. Let's make the world a better place, one small act of kindness at a time. It starts with us. Now get away from this computer machine, grab that rock guitar, start mashing some rope. Less clicking, more picking.